Scan it, try it like it created. And I have another Ollie's haul for you, but it is not all American craft. It is a lot of other craft items that I found at my store. So just to dig in, I'll show you a few things that were American craft that I found. There is no paper packs in this haul. So very little American crafts. I found this sticker, which is a llama. It looks like it has maybe 5 in here, or it says 3 pieces. So 3 pieces. Okay, so it's these, maybe these 3 up here, I'm guessing. But I grabbed that for a special friend. If she's watching, she will know who she is. And then I also grabbed this camping sticker for $1. They had these sticky thumbs. Now I think they're like glue dots, but they're individually individually wrapped. And it says sticky dots, 6 millimeter. Does it say? Oh, there's 300 pieces in the pack, and then this was $1.99. So I grabbed that. Let's see. I got this make and bake kit. I have seen these at other store hauls, different images. The ones that my store had were this corgi, and they were marked $1, so they're part of the American craft sale, I believe. Yeah, they are American craft, and I grabbed them for Christmas presents. So set that aside for that. And then I grabbed, here I go, more American craft things. All right, so DIY shop, 4 colors of baker's twine, $1 a package. However, it's not anything like those people who have gotten the big box of twine. I would love to find that, but this will suffice for me. And then my store still had a lot of these Project Life sets. There's 60 4x6 texture cards in here, so it's just colored cardstock. That's the size of a card. And so $1, I grabbed a few more of these, and I like the fact that it has some black in there because black is not always easy to find. So I grabbed a few more of those. Then they had this one. It's from Leisure Arts, and it was $1.99. It's to make a little friend, and so it is a crochet kit, and I'm putting this aside as a Christmas present as well, but I thought that was cute. Then they had some Singer things on sale, and I found this regular hold iron-on fusing web, $1.49, and that's always useful to have on hand, so I just got 2 of them for that. And then they had these pins. I thought they were really, really cute. It was $1. It says there's 50 of them in here. They're pink and purple, and I thought I'll just use those on my crafting table, not necessarily for sewing, but you can always use a pin. So, and I think those would work really well for sticking in a glue pin as well, because it's already got a little round top to it. So that might work as well. So grab those for my table. And then the last sewing find is this. It says Polish New Wipe. It was 99 cents, and it cleans dust, dirt, and residue. It's for your sewing machine, and I wasn't really quite sure what was in here. It feels like there might be 2. Let's just take a peek. Then the lady at the checkout said she was surprised that anybody bought these. She really didn't think that they would sell for this price. So I am not sure. Oh, interesting. Okay. They're individually wrapped. It says that on the outside. I didn't see that. They are wipes. So polish, wipe, and shine. Clean dust, dirt, and residue. Each one is 5.5 by 5.5 inches. So 5.5 inch square. And you can see here how many. Does it say on the outside how many are in here? If it does, it's covered up by the price, I guess. So let's just go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 8. So there's 20 wipes, polish wipes. I'm guessing they're for your sewing machine. And they were $1. So there is that. And then in the stationery area, I grabbed this pack of 50 sheet pads of legal, they're called legal pads. Now they're it's not legal size paper. It's a legal size pad, which is 5 inches by 8 inches. There's 3 of them and each one has 50 sheets. It was $1.99. And I happened to grab this because I saw another YouTuber say that finding the white ones were very hard to locate, especially if you wanted to use them for crafting. So I grabbed this pack and hopefully I will have a use for that. They had tape on sale, and we always go through tape, especially like wrapping presents and so forth. 6 rolls for $2.99. I didn't know if that's a good deal or not. So $1.50 for 3, so 50 cents a roll compared to Dollar Tree. I'm not sure if it's a good price or similar in price, but we can always use invisible tape. And then let's just take a look here. I could break this open. I just wanted to take a look and see how full the rolls were. It says 1,800 inches each, 300 inches per roll. So that's 300 inches. And this way is 3/4 of an inch. So that's what they look like. And they have this little part that sticks out here, which makes them kind of hook together in the package. So that's another interesting thing, that they kind of all stack and hold together in there. But you can always use tape. So that was a good find, I think. The next thing, stationery section, was these designer push pins. How much did I pay? $1. So it was 99 cents. They had nice designs on them, and I thought what I would do is cut the push pin part off the back and then glue it onto the top of a brad. And so I could have decorative brads in these kind of neutral colored images, and I liked the look of what these were, so it's worth the work to me to cut them off and put them on a brad backing. So I grabbed that. And then also in stationery section, I was surprised to see this Sharpie. Now $2.49 is not a great price, but these are paint markers. So it works on light and dark. These are water-based acrylic markers, and you get 1 black and 1 white. And I already have Sharpie acrylic markers, and I have the 2 different size of heads. These look to be like the brush. Yeah, this is the brush tip, which I believe is the newer of the 2. But I like how they work. And they, this was a nice set, and I grabbed a couple of them for Christmas presents. So, yeah, it says no priming is needed, color layer without blending, bold marks on paper, metal, wood, ceramic, glass, rock, and canvas. It's water resistant and fade resistant. So that's a nice set to have in black and white. Those are always useful. They had this set, which was from Hello Hobby, and it was $2.99. And what this is a set of fine liner pens, and there's 12 of them in here. It comes in this nice little carrying case, and so they are fine point. It looks like there's tape holding it closed here. Let me grab a tool to get in here, get that tape off. There we go. Hopefully there was just one piece of tape. Is there another one? Yep, there's another one. So 2 things of tape on here. And so it's a really nice carrying case. However, they are, oh, and they're triangular in shape. I didn't know that before buying them. And they are this little fine nib for writing and journaling. So not necessarily for coloring. It would take a lot of work to color something with a pen that's that small at the tip, but I really liked the idea. And this is, you know, you can travel easily with this little case, and for taking notes and for jotting things down or scribbling in color. Brings your doodles to life with Hello Hobby fine liner pens. Felt tip pens have vibrant color and are great for detail work. So, oh, and they're sold, it says you can find them at Walmart. So this was a Walmart package. It says their price was $12.99. I guess we'll have to look that up on Walmart's site to see if that's the case. But they had it at Ollie's for $2.99. Then I grabbed Color Pour resin. This was, I believe, yeah, it's part of the American Craft. But it was $1.99. And there's interesting. There's 2 molds in here, but let's grit this open again and see what's going on in here, because there seems to be some activity going on in these molds. Alright, so that's what I thought. There's 2 parts to these molds, so I have to read up on how to you fill this, and then is this, I don't know if this is the lid or not. I'm gonna have to read up on what it says. Trinket dish with lid. So yeah, so they're, all right, so it's a 2-part mold, and it's a lid and a trinket box. So the lid goes on top of the box, and I thought this would be fun to work with for resin and for eco resin, if you have seen that, which is, it kind of has a ceramic or cement type look to it. So that's what I'm going to use these for. And that was a decent price, $1.99 for 2 molds. I found this pre-mixed pouring paint, and it says new formula includes cell magic. All right, so this will make cells. Shake well before use. $1.99 for 4 bottles, 4 paints, 4 fluid ounces each. And this is American Craft for $1.99, and there are the colors. I want to say almost Americana, because we have somewhat of a reddish brownish color here, maybe a gold or a mustard, blue silver it looks like, and then blue, almost an antique blue color. It doesn't say what color family this is, but it says that our specialty formula paints come pre-mixed with the right amount of pouring medium and silicone oil for optimal flow and amazing results. How-to video at, and then it gives the URL for it. It says it's colorpour.com if you're interested in that. So I'll have to give that a try and see how the pouring formula works in those. Then I saw a few bottles of Anita's. Now, I saw Anita's paint at the Dollar Tree the other day, and I grabbed what was there. So here we have 2 acrylic and 1 glossy acrylic. This is a black. Black is always a really nice color to have. Royal Fuchsia, I'm not sure, I might already have that one from the Dollar Tree. And then this one is an antique white. I was thinking it was kind of a yellow color, but it really is white. I think the yellow label is affecting the look of it. And these were priced at 99 cents, marked down from $2.49. And I just wanted to point out to you that I've seen them at the Dollar Tree, and I've seen them at Ollie's. And Anita's, I believe, went out of business or was sold. It's a Rust-Oleum product, but Anita's basically no longer in existence. So the labeling doesn't work anymore. They're not making Anita's brand of paint anymore. So if you see your craft paint by Anita's and it's a good price and you want that color, grab it now while you can, because it is not going to be around much longer. So I hope you enjoyed this haul. I know it's there's a lot of Ollie's hauls out there, but this one was a little different because not so much American craft as it was finding other crafting products while I was at Ollie's. So thanks for staying to the end. If you like this kind of information, of course, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you doing that. And then if you would like to follow my channel, that will give you notification of every time that I post about reviewing products, unboxing products, as well as doing other craft tutorials. So I hope to see you again in another video.